Hi. So, this is me introducing myself with our first conversation. I want you guys to sit back and relax and let's talk. Nothing too serious. We don't want to get too heavy. We just want to let out some words and relax. The world's already frustrating as it is. Unfortunately, the topic that I've chosen for us to talk about is work, which already takes up so much of our daily lives. But this conversation might be a little bit, it might be a little bit more of a relief than an additional, I don't know what you would call it. But I just wanted to talk about life because it's been a recurring theme in my life. So I've heard for my peers and my family, and I'm sure there's a lot of strangers out there who can connect and feel the same way when the idea of work comes up. So let me start off with some facts. There's an institution called the Lowman Education Services that did a study that says that 51% of the American population uses their job to identify themselves. And with that, they mean outside of that individual's or those individuals' job, they have no characteristics to describe themselves, which I think is a pity, to be honest. And in that same study, they say that only 20% of the population are passionate about their jobs and what it is they do. Now, I've used this study as a point of reference, but I know that things may differ by cultures, communities, countries, and societies, but still, we have a point of reference. And I think as though there might be some fringe areas or places that might be a bit different, I think the majority of us may have the same results. We work for a living, not necessarily doing the things that we love, but just for the main purpose of an income, for money. And I always disagreed with that idea. From my younger days, I always resonated with the idea, knowing that we work 2/3 of our life and the other fraction was on borrowed time, as in vacation days, PTOs, hell, some even use sick days just for a day off. And nothing's wrong with that. Trust me, don't get me wrong. There have been a lot of people who has done it before, they're doing it now, and others who will continue to do it. And they are comfortable in their life. No judgment here, we don't do that. But this is for those who probably share the same feelings as I do, where working for most of my life was never a plan that I wanted. I wanted to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy my life. And enjoying it doesn't count working all the time and missing out moments with family and friends, or even missing out moments by myself, which I'm guilty of, liking to share moments by myself. Just not working. Whatever it is your happiness, but just not working. And the sad part about it is that the reality is that we do need to work because it's a means to an income. It's means to the money that we use to survive, to our next meal. Because technically we work for our next meal, regardless of however it is you break it down. Indirectly so, our job is for a next plate of food in front of us. And I think people don't connect those dots. right? Our society globally now, well, with a few places with exceptions, again, I'll say, I haven't traveled the entire world, but yeah, there's a generalization that we need to work to make money, and money will be the currency for things that we want, things that we need, places we want to go, so on and so forth. And so I think as though we have cultivated a society of intentionship in a sense. I don't know if it was always like this. I never count myself as an all soul and all knowing. So I can't really say, but history books have told us that it has been similar or the same in the past and nothing really has changed. What I can say has changed though, it is the way in which we work. Before COVID, there had been a rise of different job types. And when I say that, I mean working virtually, remotely, however it is you may call it. And then when COVID did hit, that demand grew. I'll see as though I myself benefited from that, where it is you can work from anywhere. You don't have to go to the office. You don't have to sit in a line of traffic. You don't have to wake up 3 or 2 hours early in the morning before just to get ready. Iron your shirts or your skirts or your pants, or find a cute outfit so you could look decent. But just to get up in the morning, roll off of bed, heck, decide to brush my teeth and open my computer, my laptop, or log in on my computer. And it has been a privilege. Those who have it, it's a privilege because it lessens the tension or the pressure of work for most people, I'll say, because you're allowed to travel if you choose to. You're allowed to do things a bit more freely when it is you have a position like that. You could work in comfort and not feel tensed by this high-paced environment or this boringly slow environment, whichever one your job fits into. But I think as though we need to balance life and work. And when I say balance, it's never an equal balance. This conversation is because there isn't a balance. The scales have been tipped towards work, and I am talking about balance, but I'm actually really and truly meaning to tip it the other way around, where we have more life than work. So you can spend time with your loved ones and your friends and family and do things that you always wanted to do. Grow the hobbies that you always done only in the few moments you'd have had over weekends or day offs. Things like that. Work is necessary. It helps build civilization. No job, most jobs are not useless. I laugh because I really don't know if there are any jobs that are useless. I won't speculate on that, but most jobs are not useless. There is a purpose and a reason for it. And so therefore that work gives you purpose. It gives you discipline as well. And I think as though it helps us express ourselves. Stay with me on this one, but I think when it is you don't work, which I have also experienced, you get frustrated as time passes by. You build up this energy inside you. I'm not trying to get spiritualistic. I'm just saying how it felt for me, that this energy will build up and it will be expressed in the most negative ways. Feel frustrated, You'll feel depressed, you'll feel angry. And then when you find yourself doing something, those feelings go away. So work has its perks. Apart from money, the main thing is money. We know that. So I'm not saying as though we should strive to not work. I just think as though we should just strive to live more than work. And not live in the sense of breathing, but live in the sense as in having yourself occupied other than work, other than your job title, other than head of marketing or general manager or waitress or gas attendant. You know? I don't know, it's just a thought that I had. And if it is you find yourself in a rut or you're stuck in a place where I have responsibilities, I have kids, I have bills, I have debts, then I feel what it is you're talking about. I can't directly empathize with you. I don't have those sorts of responsibilities as in kids. And I currently, I'm going to knock on wood here, don't have any debts, but I can understand what it is you're experiencing. And I think as though with the growth of technology and opportunities, there is a way to get out of it. And you should, especially for those who have kids, spend some more time with them. Those who have family members that are still around, spend some more time with them. And those who are by themselves, spend some more time with yourself. Yeah, but that's about it for this conversation. I don't know if I'll get any responses to this, but I do hope as though that I can get some feedback on how it is you feel. I hope it is I can get some suggestions of what it is somebody can do to enhance their life. I said enhance, and I thought about all of those ads and all of these guys who talk about trading, forex, and all these different things. I'm not talking down on them, disclaimer, no. But no, I just mean enhance your life as in don't just work for 80% of your life, and when it is you're in old age, then you try to sit back and relax. People boast about enjoying their retirement. Don't enjoy your retirement. You should be enjoying your life even before then. Before I go, I have this one small story tied to that I remembered when I was in school. My teacher, she told us a story. She said she had visited England and she signed up to this tour to see Buckingham's Palace. And there was this old couple that was in front of her in line, but the line was long and they waited for I think about 45 minutes, almost an hour, and still it wasn't their turn yet. There was a tour that was currently going on and they had to wait until that was done before they were allowed to go on. And she said she stood there. She was young at that time, but the couple in front of her was an elderly couple, as I mentioned, and they got really tired. And the wife looked to the husband and said as though she couldn't stand any longer, and that even though she really wanted to see it and enjoy their retirement, because apparently that was their retirement trip from the little tidbits my teacher got from it, they had to leave because they couldn't stand in line so long. So she left us with a message saying, don't wait until it is you're old to travel and see things. You might have to wait, you might have to be patient, and you might have to actually use some sort of physical aspect of yourself just to enjoy these things, and you mightn't be afforded those luxuries in old age. So enjoy your life when it is you're young. And she didn't say it in a whole philosophical way. It was just a very small conversation, but that did resonate with me. So I think in this whole conversation, it's just to enjoy your life. And I'd love to hear what are your thoughts on it.